But it still comes down to, on one side, there is a power that has all the guns.
But increasingly, I think it is getting more difficult in this world to resolve problems through military means. It is no longer acceptable. I do not think the ASEAN countries themselves would accept a military solution to the problem in Burma. And the fact that the authorities themselves are so keen on attacking us in their papers seem to indicate that they also are not depending on guns alone.
Could you, perhaps first of all, describe something that has been rather vivid to me travelling about the country, and that is the courage of people?
I'm really most impressed by the courage of the people who go on working for democracy, especially many people in the NLD, those who have already been in prison and who continued with their work. They know what it is like to be in a Burmese prison, and they know that any day they're liable to be put back there, and yet they do not give up. And that's very encouraging and very inspiring. And I always feel that even if only 5 of such people remain, we'll get democracy. And there's certainly many, many more than 5.
Is it not fair to describe your release from house arrest as an entirely cynical decision by the regime to give itself a kind of human face in order to encourage foreign investment?
There are some people who think that it is the desire for a lot more investments that made them decide to release me. But they may also have calculated that the NLD was such a spent force that releasing me was not going to make any difference to the situation in Burma.
Should foreign investors come?
I do not think they should come yet. And I'm speaking not just for the people of Burma, but for them as well. Now, from the point of view of the people of Burma, the foreign investments that are coming in now are really not helping the people who need it most. We're not getting the right kind of investments yet. There is hardly any investment in infrastructure or in the kind of industry that will provide employment and better standards of living for the people who really need help. And then also from the point of view of the business community itself, of the would-be investors themselves, I think if they study the situation in Burma very carefully, they will find that the structures, the basic structures necessary for sustained economic growth do not yet exist.
Doesn't it also shore up the regime?
Well, the longer it shows up the regime in this form, the more it will go against the interests of the investors, because the structural changes necessary for investments to bring satisfactory returns will not come into effect.
Yes. I hear politicians all around the world starting to justify